Good morning, everybody. We are going to be doing Unit 1, Lesson 6 today. It's kind of a two-parter. There's 3 pages, so there'll be 3 videos. And our goal today is to figure out how we can write equations from word problems. We're going to see some words, and we're going to go from there and change those into equations, and then at some point we'll solve those as well. Let's get into it. Page 1, our essential question is, how can I write equations? First thing here says, the total miles of a road trip divided by 60 gives the approximate number of hours the trip will take. Also, what we want to look at is a couple things in here. We want to talk about what we need. We are looking for total miles, and also we know that we need to divide. So first thing you want to do is define some variables. So let's talk about our total miles. We're going to use M, and that's going to equal the number of miles. The next thing that we're going to do is talk about how you figure that out. You have hours, and so we are going to talk about H, and that's going to stand for the number of hours in our road trip. And so we have 2 variables. We have the total number of miles, and we have how long in hours that trip is going to take. So let's write an equation based on that. We know that the total number of miles divided by 60 gives us the approximate number of hours. And it gives us, kind of means equals. We know what divide means, use division. And we have that, and that's it. You just take your words, and you translate that into an equation, and you're done. That's it for the first one. Pretty simple. Important thing is to define the variables. Hey, if you just pick some random variables and you don't know what they stand for, I don't know what they stand for, it just becomes a little bit more confusing, not just for me, but for you as well when you look back on that and try to solve it if you're given values to input into the equation. So defining your variables is very important. You can use any variables you want. I picked M for miles and H for hours. You could have picked X and Y. You could have picked any variable you wanted as long as you define what those variables mean. So let's look at the second one here. Rachel just started her new job. She's going to earn $6.25 an hour. Okay, so we're going to define some variables. First thing we want to know is that we know that she has a certain number of hours worked. And we also know that she earns some money. And so let's define some variables. Any variable you want, let's pick M. For money, that's the dollars earned. Okay. For hours, let's use H. That's her hours worked. Okay. Now we want to write an equation based on that information. So we want to know how much money she will make if she works a certain number of hours. So we know that she makes $6.25 per hour. So that means that it's not a division problem. This looks kind of like a division problem here, but it's not. If I'm working 4 hours and I make $1 an hour, that's 4 times 1, which gives me $4. When I figure this out, this is a multiplication problem. 625 times the number of hours she works will give us the amount of money that she makes. So let's say she works 10 hours, right? Okay, so if she works 10 hours, that means 10 equals H. We need to figure out how much money she's going to make. So we would do 6.25 times 10 for H, and that equals her money. Well, 6.25 times 10 is 62.5, and that's 50 because it's dollars. That equals M. And that's how much money she will make if she works 10 hours total in a week. That's it for page 1. Head on over to the notes, see what you got, make sure you got everything. If you have any questions, send any questions to me via Schoology or on a comment on the video, and I will hopefully hear from you soon.